The Bible's solution for decision fatigue. Do you ever get to the end of the day and just feel spent? Not because you did hard physical labor, but because you made what feels like a million decisions? From what to wear, to which email to answer first, to how to handle a tricky family situation. The choices are never ending. If you're feeling mentally drained by it all, you're not imagining it. It's a real thing called decision fatigue, but the Bible offers a way to find rest and clarity right in the middle of it all. The weight of endless choices. Decision fatigue is the mental and emotional exhaustion that builds up after making choice after choice. The more you have to make, the more the quality of those decisions can start to suffer. You might get impulsive and just pick something to be done with it. Or maybe you freeze up and avoid deciding altogether, which just makes the stress drag on. But this exhaustion is more than just a productivity problem. It messes with our peace. All that mental noise, the fear of making the wrong call, and the pressure to get everything right can leave us feeling completely overwhelmed. We feel disconnected from God, carrying a weight we were never meant to carry alone. It's in this exact place of weariness that God invites us into a totally different way of living. Stay with me, because the solution is simpler than you think. The promise of divine rest. The answer isn't some new productivity hack or a 5-step formula. The Bible's solution for our fatigue is an invitation to simply rest in God. It's a call to shift from relying on ourselves to relying on Him. In Matthew 11:28-30, Jesus says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. You will find rest for your souls." This isn't about taking a nap. It's a deep, spiritual rest from the striving and anxiety that so often comes with making decisions. So how do we practically step into this kind of rest? The Bible gives us a few beautiful principles to guide us. Step 1. Surrender the outcome. First, we're invited to surrender the outcome. Proverbs 3, verses 5 and 6 tells us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." Notice it doesn't say, have a perfect 5-year plan. It says to trust and to not lean on our own limited viewpoint. So much of our decision fatigue comes from the pressure to control every little detail and predict every possible result. Surrender means we do our part. We pray, think, and act, but we leave the final result in God's hands. We let go of the need to have it all figured out, trusting that He is in control. This shifts the burden from our shoulders to His, and the peace that follows is incredible. Step 2. Seek wise counsel. Second, we need to stop trying to figure it all out alone. Proverbs 15, verse 22 says, "Plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors, they succeed." God made us for community. When we're facing a big choice, the weight can feel crushing. But inviting trusted, godly people into the process can bring fresh perspective and make the load so much lighter. This isn't about letting other people decide for you. It's about gaining wisdom. Talk it over with a spiritually mature friend, a pastor, or a mentor. A lot of times, just saying the decision out loud helps you see it more clearly. Plus, the insight from others can shine a light on angles you hadn't even considered. It's a biblical principle for a reason. It protects us from our own blind spots. Step 3. Prioritize God's presence. Finally, and this is the most important part, prioritize being in God's presence. What's the first thing that gets cut when we're overwhelmed? For many of us, it's prayer and time in the Word. We feel too busy or too stressed to stop, but this is actually the most critical thing we can do. Jesus invites us to lay our burdens right at His feet. This isn't about adding another chore to your to-do list. It's about realizing that time spent in prayer isn't a drain on your energy. It's the source of it. It's where you trade your exhaustion for His peace. Start your day by giving your decisions to God, asking for His wisdom, which James 1:5 promises He gives generously. When you make abiding in His presence the priority, your decisions will flow from a place of rest and clarity, not from fatigue and fear. So, if you're feeling the pressure of decision fatigue, remember God's 3 invitations. Surrender the outcome, seek wise counsel, and prioritize His presence. You don't have to live under the constant stress of getting every single thing right. His grace is enough, and His peace is always available to you. I'd love to hear from you. In the comments, let's make this the open table. Maybe share one thing you're trying to decide on, and we can all pray for each other. If this encouraged you, please share it with someone who might need it. Remember, God's goal isn't for you to make perfect decisions. It's for you to depend completely on Him. Find rest in that today.